Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Lacey, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a drugstore tutorial for you guys. This is the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, an everyday palette, which is what this tutorial is going to be about. And I'm going to be taking my blending brush with the second shade down, applying that to the crease. Yeah, it's just a little bit on the outside into the crease, and then I'm going to take the third shade down and just apply that right over the top of this first color. And this just basically changes the color and makes it a really pretty light brown. I really love it. Then I'm going to take my pencil brush and I'm going to take the same colors and line my lower lash line. Next, I'm going to take my shader brush and I'm going to be using this top shade. It's a really pretty silver color, really bright and vibrant. The camera is picking up pretty well, but it is a lot more vibrant in person. Then I'm going to be taking my smudge brush and I'm going to be using the other light shade in the palette as a inner corner highlight. These are just the Eco Tools Duo brushes, and these are basically what I use every day. They're like $5 at Walmart and they do really great. I really love the blending brush on this. But this one right here is the e.l.f. blending eye brush. I call it my extra blending brush, and I use the Wet n Wild single eyeshadow in the shade Brulee. This just cleans up that eyeshadow that we just applied, and yeah, that's basically what it does. And just smooths everything out so it looks nice and clean and pretty. This is about it's pretty much the same color as my skin tone, so I just use it for blending. Sometimes I will even use it to blend out my, like the corners, like the winged part of my eyeshadow. And then this is just an LA Colors brown eyeliner. And then I'm taking my Maybelline Lash Sensational and I'm just applying that to the top lashes. Sometimes I won't do the bottom lashes because I just don't feel like it. And they're so short, I feel like you can hardly even see them when I do. Next, I'm going to be taking my CoverGirl Outlast Stay Faboulous 3-in-1 foundation. This is my favorite foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. Transfer proof. It lasts for well over 12 hours. It's just awesome. I feel like I really get that airbrush finish with this foundation. And then I'm just going to take my Eco Tools sponge, which I have dampened, and I'm going to blend that out. This is a new sponge to me, but I really love it, and so far it has not got any holes or anything like that when I've washed it, because the L'Oreal sponge I had was my favorite, but it had holes and it done broke in half. Anyway, then I'm going to take my CoverGirl Outlast All Day Concealer. I'm in the shade Fair, by the way, and then in the foundation I'm in the shade Classic Ivory. Your girl need to get a tan. It's summertime. I should be getting a tan, but instead I am inside doing makeup and housework. That is the life of a stay-at-home mom. Couldn't think for a minute. Then I'm just going to blend that out with this EcoTool sponge. It was actually a little bit dry because I squeezed it like a few times after I wet it, when you should just squeeze it in like a towel or something. You should only squeeze it like once or it's going to dry quickly. Yeah, this sponge dries very quickly. Next, I'm going to be taking my butter bronzer. This is by Physicians Formula. Just a really beautiful bronzer, and it smells really good. And I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. Total Face Brush, which is this gigantic fluffy brush, and applying that to my forehead. If your hair is up, you might want to hold it back because this brush will like bring down your hair a little at a time and it'll look crazy. But I'm just applying that to my forehead, and then I'm going to be applying it right under my cheekbones and down my jawline, all those places. And most of the time I will just use like one side of the brush. See how I'm kind of using just one side? That way it's dispensed or diffused looking, but it's not like I'm powdering my whole face, because this thing could powder your whole face in like a second. And just blending it down my neck. I really have been enjoying this bronzer. Bronzing in general, which I haven't been doing for long. I did contour for a while, but then I decided, you know what, I'm going to start trying to use a bronzer instead. It looks quicker and easier. And then I'm going to take this e.l.f. blush brush with my e.l.f. illuminating palette, and I'm going to be taking the lightest shade in the palette on the tip of the brush and applying that to my cheekbones and just up into my temple. So basically a little V shape around my eye, down to my cheekbone. I feel like this helps, I don't know, even out the bronzer so that it's not so bronzy looking on my forehead. And then I'm going to take the darkest shade in the palette, which is like a peachy gold. It's just a really beautiful color, and these two layered together is beautiful. Just like a custom highlight, if you will. And now we're just going to blend it a little. And I'm also going to be putting that on my nose. The lighter and the darker highlight. And next I'm going to be taking my Milani Baked Blush. This is in the shade Luminoso, which I'm sure you've heard. And I just tap the blush brush off and use the flat side. I will also use the flat side for powdering under my eyes, which sometimes I won't do because I have dry skin and it'll make it look, you know, I don't know, just kind of patchy looking sometimes. Powdery looking, I'm sorry. And yeah, I just pat that on the apples of my cheeks and bring it back. That way it will meet with the highlight and the bronzer and it will all blend in the end and look nice and put together. And then I'm just going to take my sponge and I'm going to just tap it all over the cheek where we just applied all the powders, and this will just blend everything together. Unlike, you know, a brush where if you use that it kind of just sweeps everything away. This just blends it together and picks up any excess, but still leaves you with the product on your face, which is obviously what we want. And then I'm going to take my Wet n Wild lipstick. This is in the shade Bare It All. This is a really pretty nude color. It's very close to this color of my lips, so when it wears off you can't really tell, which it really does not wear off. This lasts all day long. You know, if you're not doing a bunch of eating and drinking or anything like that, then it will stay great for that. Then I'm just going to take my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee and top that. I love this lip gloss. Like, I hadn't worn lip gloss in a while, and then I wore it, and I was like, what? This is crazy. It looks so good. I forgot how wearing lip gloss looked. And it smells great. It smells like a sugar cookie or something. It smells so good. It smells like something buttery. And no, we gotta blot that shit, because it'll be looking like you got 3 pounds of lipstick on when you layer things like that. And just blotting it, you know, take away the excess, and it just, you can still see the gloss. It looks great. So that is it. That is the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I know you hear that all the time, but it's YouTube, so thanks.